everyone, back to information text. So after last lesson we learned about fact and opinion, and what is in an information text? It is a fact. So we're going to be looking at lesson 2 today, and it is going to be helping us with our work on writing for this week. So an information report, that's our focus, our first focus for our information text. We're going to be looking at other information texts this term, but our first one is looking at information reports. And to start off with, an information report provides readers with information about their chosen topic by providing them and giving them facts about that topic. So we have a certain structure for our information report. If we have a think about our burger buns, like always, are our introduction and our conclusion. And our introduction tells us what we're going to be talking about and gives us a little bit of information about that topic. And our burger bun on the bottom, our conclusion, it summarises everything. So it holds together our information. And then the inside, so all the information and all the goodness that we need from that burger, that is what we call our description. And that's quite a few paragraphs that describe the subject or describe the topic and give us the information that we need. So today we are going to be looking at the introduction. So we're going to be looking at general statements about topics, and then we're going to be classifying a topic. Now, we're going to be doing this with our information from our science. So while we're doing this, I want you thinking about your animal that you chose for science last week. So you've chosen an animal, you've found out some information, so you should be able to do this today because you did it last week. You found out the information last week, we're writing about it today. So here is an example. This one is an information report about turtles. So it has a title, turtles. Then we have our classification, which is our introduction. And it says turtles are reptiles. They're cold-blooded, so they need sunlight to keep them warm and active. That is our introduction. It gives us a couple of pieces of information. It tells us what a turtle is, tells us the classification of it, and that's it. It's hooked us in by giving us a little bit of information, but it hasn't given us everything. We're going to need to continue to read. So turtles have a hard shell on their back, and it protects them from their enemies. Some turtles can even hide their heads inside their shells if they are being attacked. Turtles lay their eggs on land. Some turtles lay their eggs in sand, then they leave their eggs to hatch on their own. When they hatch, the baby turtles scramble down to the water. They have to be quick so they don't get eaten by larger animals. Most turtles eat plants that grow in the water. Some turtles also like to eat meat. These turtles eat small insects and snails and worms. So that is our body. That is our burger. And it tells us all our information about our turtles. And then we have our conclusion where it sums up everything. So many species of turtles are endangered, which means they are at risk of becoming extinct. Humans must work to protect these animals, to protect these beautiful creatures for future generations. So we have our sum up of our information report. So today we are going to be looking at our introduction. And our introduction hooks our reader in, and then it tells our reader about the topic that we're going to be giving them all pieces of information about. So we have our introduction here, and I'm going to read it to you. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, also known as T-Rex, was one of the largest dinosaurs that ever walked Earth. It lived around 66 million years ago in an area now known as North America. So that is our introduction. It is 2 sentences in length, and it gives us our basic pieces of information. So what type of information has it given us? Well, I'm glad you asked. It has given us the scientific name. So It has given a scientific name, which is Tyrannosaurus rex. It has given us the common name of T-Rex. So that means that we don't have to keep on using the scientific name throughout it. We can use the common name. It has given us the classification. It's told us what it is. And then it has told us an interesting piece of information, that it lived around 66 million years ago, meaning it doesn't live anymore, but it did live. And then it's telling us where the information, where it's from. So it's telling us that it was in an area now that we now know as North America. So from these two sentences, we have been given 4 pieces of information. We've been given the scientific and common name of the animal, what it is, when it lived on Earth, and where it lived on Earth. So it's hooked our reader in because it hasn't given away much else than that, but it's told the reader what it is that we're going to be writing about. So today, you are going to be doing that for your animal that you have been researching about. You are going to take your information that you wrote in your science book, and you're going to write your opening paragraph about your animal. It should be 2 to 3 sentences in length, and then you need to upload that onto Google Classroom. Now, you can use this sentence here as a way to help you build it. So you can input your own information into the spaces that's there, if that is what you want. Otherwise, you can write it yourself. I would like you to write it and then send it through to me, please. And that's your task for today, or for your work on writing task. Remembering that we need to have capital letters, full stops, capital letters for names, correct grammar. We need it written correctly. Okay, so you're working on your writing tasks for this week, and it is 2 to 3 sentences. So I'm expecting perfect grammar and spelling.